This machine's a bit old, 33 probably years old here, yeah. I think this is a 93 machine. It's a great pallet changing machine for doing simple drill and tap type work. Been real good to us. There we go, that's the issue we're having, is motion system go unready. The scuttlebutt that I've heard talking to some technicians is that the primary culprit of this is a capacitor on the FC200 card. So we're gonna look at replacing that here. So we're gonna power this back down. And we're gonna give a couple of minutes here for the capacitors to discharge. We'll turn that off. So the card we're looking at right here is the FC200 card. So we're gonna let it sit for a minute or two here just to make sure any capacitors are discharged. I don't think there's really that big a concern about that, but better safe than sorry, as they say. So, all right, so it's sat for a few minutes. We're going to pop this FC200 card, so long screwdriver here into the Phillips head there. So unfortunately what's gonna happen here, pulling this FC200 card, is I am going to lose all the parameters. We have backups, but anytime you got to reload parameters, to me, it always feels like there's some risk there. So loosen that screw up on the top, and now we're just going to rock the card out. Kind of hooks on the bottom on some clips. There's the guy. That's the capacitor, supposedly. So that's an issue. So we're going to desolder that, put a new one in, and hope for the best. Obviously you can see that capacitor is at least cosmetically not looking too happy. Now, I'm not an electronics technician by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so this is what we got here. So we got a few here. Biggest thing I was looking for is voltage and capacitance. Also looking for to get the right package size, get as close as I could to the original. Pin spacing, of course, is critical. This capacitor should be pretty good fit. It's a little bit taller than the original, but it won't be an issue. Pins there to desolder. Got a polarity marking right there. So on this side of the capacitor. So it should be pretty straightforward. I couldn't find my solder wick. I might have ran out of that, who knows, or I've lost it. So we're gonna do a little different way. We're gonna use some stranded wire. We're gonna use that to suck up the solder. We're not dealing with a whole lot of solder here, it's just 2 pins, so don't expect it to be too big an issue. Flip this card over. These are the 2 pins here I gotta desolder. I'm gonna try not taking it out of the plastic frame. Let's take a look at it. See if my old janky soldering iron is hot enough. Yeah, my old janky soldering iron is not treating me well. I mentioned I'm not a professional at this. Alright, no, I don't know how well I can make this work. I don't know, like I mentioned, I'm not a professional at this. Wish I had some solder wick. But I don't. So we're going to tin this with some rosin core solder. And I'm going to hope that helps us draw that up a little better. Alright. Put a little tension on the bottom side of that. Like so. Look at that. That'll work. Oh, there she went. All right. Got the old capacitor out of there. Looks like I took most of the solder out with it, so that's pretty nice. Take a look here. Look at that. Pins are coming through real nice, so we'll warm that up a titch. I'm gonna go grab my silver solder. Probably not required for this job here, but got my silver solder. One. There's 2. All right. So again, I'm gonna rock this card in from the bottom. Oops, got it backwards here. So a little feet there at the rock end first. Apologize, this is really wobbly. Like so. Lock that guy in there like so. Engage that slot. Put it back on and see what we get. Fingers crossed. Ah! Well, that's quite odd. Intex system go unready. That's not gonna be good for us. I don't know. Well, that definitely took it further. I don't know if you noticed there, we got a lot of stuff turned back on, so I don't know what happened there, but the tool carousel was indexing continuously, and the coolant pump came on with power on, and there was a whole bunch of blinking lights. We will have to dig into that further and see if we can get that sorted. I guess I call that progress. Not really a happy moment, but progress nonetheless.